Hey guys, Like here. Now, as you can see, I don't have my glasses on, haven't taken a shower. Also, I will, of course, be coming out with more Love Doll videos for you guys. I'm being a little bit quiet here because my brother's asleep right now. But I was going to make another video, but, stuff keeps on coming up. So I decided to make one last video on this topic for anybody thinking, I'd say not thinking positively. So let's go right ahead and dive into some of these negative comments that have been coming up recently. Okay, appreciate you reaching out. It was a nice topic to tackle. However, and the part about the dark dude, you are being just as prejudiced and saying that's dark. Whatever. So what is my answer? He has the right as a citizen on Earth to own his opinion. Well, I mean, yeah. And when it comes to dolls, his opinion is just as good as anybody's. And if someone said something about you, they'd get a kick in the ass. Also, 4-star review. And I'm not sure if somebody tried changing my comments to him, because at one point it said, I don't appreciate people's opinion or whatever at the beginning of it for some reason. So I changed it up to people do have a right to their opinion, but if someone is agreeing to people that they can't get sex, it's 1, probably not true, and 2, doesn't help their overall morale. What he needs to tell them is that they can get sex. Relationships are a different ball game. When some are having some trouble finding a mate, but sex is a widely available, sex is widely available, basically, in the marketplace. Seriously, sex has seriously never been more available in human history. It seriously never has. Now, here's this other person here. He put a comment 8 hours ago. According to this recent article in the Washington Post, 28% of young adult men in the U.S. had no sex in 2018. That's millions of men. Young women only chase 1 in 5 men. As they get older, perhaps they settle for another 3 in 5 men. I guess 1 in 5 men remain incel for life. 1 out of 5. That's a lot of men. Less than 10 guys went on a killing spree in our lifetime. Like Roger in 2014 and Alec Minichun in 2018 for 17 deaths in total. I think that means we're safe, don't you? Most of these men kill themselves or just die from grief. Tens of thousands die every year, perhaps hundreds of thousands. What women reject them, but they're just average, decent men who silently suffer in loneliness. They deserve better. And then I, of course, commented back to him a minute ago. And I just said to him, you heard of asexual, right? Not every person really has interest in sex, for one. And also, I haven't had sex for 5 years, even though I could have had sex every year. It's not on my priority list like it used to be. And it's the same for others as they grow up and mature. It isn't just women rejecting men. Besides, there's more than just straight men and women. One of my best friends is actually bi. She's my best. One of my best female friends is actually bi. She lives in a different state from me, but we're actually good friends. We get along really well. We tend to talk a lot sometimes. We're both introverted and all that. And that dark person that, the first commenter was talking about, he sent me another video, but after I tried commenting him on a comment that he sent me yesterday, he has since, looks like, I'm guessing, deleted his comments. but I at least got the first portion of it still here. So, even if you do delete your message, I will at least see the first part of your message depending on how long it is. So, here it is. Video's like, and sorry, but I don't agree with everyone can get sex. I heard one guy tell me that he was so ugly, even prostitutes would turn him down. Literally game over for, and then it kind of goes off from there. That's where it cuts off from there, since he deleted it. But here's my reply to it. It's still there. It doesn't sound like you're sorry. By the way, I don't know which hookers you chatted with, but I used to know a woman that did anyone for drug money. Some of the options might not be great, but I seriously don't know what you're talking about. I mean, that's kind of part of the reason why I have a love doll is because of the shittier options, I would say. Some of the cheaper options for getting a hooker and getting laid aren't really so great. I mean, either way, when it comes to sex, I mean, you're going to have to pay for it in some manner. I mean, whether it's because you're going to have to pay a lot of attention to them, a lot of time and grief and all that. Whereas, just like I still had to pay for my love doll. I still had to pay plenty of money for my real doll that I got from Real Doll. And I had to wait 8 months just for that thing to get here. So, yeah, it's a bit of a process. But, yeah, man, like, just don't make sex just your only priority in life. If you just make sex your only priority in life all the time, you're just going to be stressing yourself out even more. And trust me, I know. It all it does is stress you out. I know from experience. And sex is supposed to be a fun thing. It's not something that you're just supposed to stress out all the time about. Now, of course, I understand that sometimes you're going to get a bit eager. I mean, just like I used to be eager myself. Or you might be a bit hungry for it. And sometimes you might not be getting it right away, like you maybe should be sometimes. But, the good thing is that this is the year 2021. You actually have your options nowadays. Now, of course, we're still kind of going through the, COVID pandemic BS, but, that's just kind of how it's going to be for now. But again, what is it with all these negative comments? It's just, do some of these people ever have a positive thought in their entire life? It's just negative this, negative that. I think some people just need somebody to talk to, but I do understand that some people, they kind of get off on the negativity sometimes. They kind of like to recess through positivity and negativity. It's kind of like a drug to them, and that's just how some people are. But of course, with that being said, I guess I'll just end the video. But again, just don't worry about sex so damn much. Put it on your list put it on your to-do list before you die, I guess, but don't just worry about it so much. Anyway, for that, again, I'll just end the video here. Have any more comments and questions, just lay them down. And of course, I'll be making more love doll videos, and I'll stop talking about this negative bullshit. And I'll see you guys later.